Hi everyone and welcome to FBA. Watching this will hopefully give you a good insight into life at our sixth form from a student's perspective. We truly do have an amazing team of staff at our sixth form, starting off with Mrs. Loyal, who is in charge of the whole sixth form. Her role involves tracking academic progress of all students, ensuring each student achieves their best by opening doors for their futures. Miss Bond is the deputy head of sixth form and she supports Mrs. Loyal in the day-to-day running of the sixth form. Miss Harris is the assistant head and she supports Mrs. Loyal and Miss Bond and mainly oversees form time. Miss Doherty is the administrator, always available in the sixth form office to support any students with questions that they may have. She's the person that parents will call if students are unwell or if any students are needing to take school time off. Miss Lucas is the UCAS coordinator, and this is the platform used for the university applications. She's the main point of call for checking UCAS applications and helping with personal statements. Mrs. Golding is in charge of EPQ, and this is an additional qualification that our sixth form offers, which you will find more about in due course. She will also be overseeing the Excel program, which involves students in our sixth form who achieve the top 10% of GCSE grades in the year, which involve lots of perks. Form tutors are an essential part of the sixth form team. They include Mrs. Dye, Head of Law, Miss Agboden, Head of Psychology, Miss McDab, Second in Charge of PE, Miss Lucas, Head of English for Key Stage 5, Mr. O'Hara, Teacher of RS, Mrs. Wheelhouse, Head of Maths Key Stage 5, Mr. Swinburne, Teacher of Maths, Miss Richardson, Teacher of English, Mr. Howarth, Head of Maths, Mrs. Vickers, Food Technology Head, and Mr. Platford, who is a Teacher of Health and Social Care. Team are outlined to really encourage the development of young women leaders. Liba is our head girl and oversees the whole team. Lara is deputy head girl and she oversees personal development senior prefects. Imogen is the deputy head girl too and she oversees the subject prefects. And Zainab is our head of student voice and is also involved with the school council, all their year groups. Prefect team are outlined here. The student council discusses topics such as behaviour and life trust. The year group senior prefects oversee the general well-being of all their year groups. Personal development senior prefects cover things like well-being, extracurricular activity, and charity. So obviously this is a really good opportunity for you guys to get involved with once you start in September. So please do start thinking about your applications and what makes you different from everyone else in order to complete these roles. Form leadership team, and we're all just here to system. Each student is placed in a house according to their form group. There are lots of different activities that occur during the year involving of the year 12 head of house senior prefect who is attached to every form, conducting the termly assemblies and house quizzes and even the sports day nearing to the end of the year. Each Friday there is a quiz in which the forms go head to head to achieve the most points. One of the reasons why you should study at FBA is the support. There is ample opportunity for teachers to monitor student progress. Although at first it may seem daunting that there are so many opportunities for progress to be monitored, such as your settling in reports and the academic board meetings, it's really important to make sure no one falls behind, especially as A-levels are such a big jump from GCSE. A subject teacher, form tutor, or a member of the sixth form leadership team, all helping to find your way back onto the right track. Our enrichment program, otherwise known as K-Races, is an enrichment program built to set you for life. We understand that it is great to have academic success, but we want to make well-rounded young women. And so through these sessions, you'll be able to get employability skills such as being articulate, resilient, and creative, and so forth. We do this by inviting external speakers to do workshops for the students, and we also give out the opportunity to undertake volunteering during the academic year. A women's conference. We've also taken part in the marketing of is a gateway to opportunity. The head girl team have recently made a trip to the International Women's Day conference at Ernst & Young Canary Wharf. We've made a visit to Mulberry High School for Girls for a women's conference. We've also taken part in the marketing of the sixth form at many events in Havering, and also we've had ourselves visits from motivational speakers and the Holocaust Educational Trust. In a live courtroom discussion, as well as the Brilliance Club students being able to take part in university trips, which is really good for building your personal statement. the school pantomime every year. And we do love to celebrate the school's birthday with a whole school assembly, which sixth formers do take part in. We also recognise calendar events such as International Women's Day, and we take part in afternoon teas. When the year 13s leave, they pass on their roles and positions to the year 12s, and so it's a really nice event to be part of. We also conduct the school pantomime every year, and the Black History Month celebrations are a key part of the year as well as the introduction to the FBA students who are coming from different schools. Christmas Jumper Day and the Christmas party is all something the sixth formers do really love to look forward to. We visit restaurants, famous landmarks. Many different courses offer the opportunity to participate in trips home and abroad. These include volunteering opportunities abroad to Uganda, World Challenge trips, theatre trips, university trips, and so much more. Sixth form. This happens every other year. The girls take part in visiting famous landmarks, eating out in restaurants. By the time you leave year 13, we would like to make sure by the time you experience, they're feeling prepared as they possibly can to master the outside world, pursuing a particular career. She can book an appointment with you, have one-on-one interview sessions like to give guidance and help into pursuing a particular career. She can book an appointment with you, have one-on-one interview sessions, and really help you get onto the right track. We also have an excellent 18+ week in the summer of year 12 to help with that as well. We also have a compulsory week of work experience where year 12 students are expected to complete this in the summer of year 12, and extended diploma health and social care students, this is actually 3 weeks. And so Miss Lucas, our UCAS lead teacher, you will be supported by your form tutor. Miss Lee, then support will obviously be provided. We also understand that not all of you may want to go on to university as soon as you leave year 13, and that gap years may be more suited to you, which may include paid work, travel, or voluntary work, deeming very popular right now. And so these ideas and support can be discussed with the careers manager or sixth form team. Lead teacher on UCAS and the head of sixth form as well as career staff are there on hand to help you. There's Miss Lucas, our lead teacher on UCAS, and the head of sixth form as well as career staff are there on hand to help you with mock interviews if you wish, and expert advice on how to go about applying for uni. Things you may need to know. Break, another 2 lessons, lunch, assembly, and a final lesson until 3:10. Better up a clap, call it. The FBA sixth form dress code, lunch. You may be wondering, and will be shared with you prior to the summer. It consists of a white shirt, black skirt or trousers, black dress, and any colour blazer, cardigan or jumper with smart black shoes. Other information you may want to know is that we do have a tap in and tap out system using ID cards. Also, a form must be completed to authorise any time off that you need, maybe for medical appointments or university open days, and these will only be signed off once approved by a member of the sixth form team. So now I'll be discussing the answers to some of your frequently asked questions. And the first one is, how many frees would I have throughout the week? So at FBA sixth form, each A-level subject that you take consists of 9 hours a fortnight. So if you take 3 A-levels, then you'll have 27 hours of taught lessons a fortnight, plus your K-Racer and PE lesson, which is also mandatory and fixated into your timetable. This will leave you with 21 hours of free lessons a fortnight, and this is where the sixth form encourages you to manage your own time in the sixth form. So you may want to spend some of these free lessons socialising, but also the homework set can be done in this time. And so the sixth form recommends that each student spends at least 5 hours a week completing additional work for each subject that they study. So the next question is, if I don't achieve the GCSE grade for the required subject, is there any way around this? So the sixth form has set entry requirements for each subject, and this is to ensure that the students who enrol with us are able to manage the demands of the course they choose to study. However, if you don't meet the entry requirements, we suggest that you come and speak to any member of the sixth form team on results day so that you can discuss your options. So how often am I allowed to leave the sixth form building? All sixth formers are allowed to leave the FBA site for lunch. In year 13, we also reward students who have good attendance and punctuality with study leave, so that they can either leave early on set days or come in a bit later if they choose to do so. We do understand though that there may be occasions when you need time off. For example, this could be for a medical appointment or a university open day, and so we have an absence form in which you can fill out so you can attend any important events. What support would be in place if I struggle with any of my subjects? So your progress is reviewed frequently and we have a large range of support available. If you require support with just one subject, then your teacher will be your main point of call. If you have any personal issues that require support, then your form tutor will be at hand to help you. In cases where students need a greater degree of support, they will be mentored and monitored by someone from the sixth form leadership team. So who would be my first call of help if I have any issues related to the sixth form? The sixth form leadership team, consisting of Mrs. Doyle, Miss Mond, Miss Harris or Miss Doherty, are always available to support you with any issues or queries you may have. At FBA, are there any restrictions on piercings and makeup? So in the sixth form, we're encouraging students to dress in a smart and formal manner as if we were dressing for office work. So there is a dress code which should be followed by all students. The dress code is reviewed each year by the sixth form leadership team and updated onto Google Classroom for us before the summer break so that we have time to get our clothes ready for our start in September. And so to conclude, what appliances are available for use in the common room? So at FBA sixth form, we're lucky enough to have a fridge, kettle, hot water supplier, toaster and microwave, and this is available for use during break, lunch and in any free periods. There are also cupboards for each form group where you can keep any belongings such as mugs, and we also encourage that you bring in your own supplies of things such as tea, milk and sugar, and do not use anyone else's unless you have permission to do so. And so that brings me to the end of this presentation. We really look forward to welcoming you to our sixth form community in September. Please do feel free to get in touch if you have any further questions. And lastly, follow us on Twitter for further updates at FBA_sixth form. Thank you for listening.